Multimedia reporter Billy Shields spoke with migrant families in Richmond.
For Jose Gallo, it's another day at the office, making pupusas for the lunchtime crowd at his Midlothian Turnpike restaurant. The overwhelming majority of his customers are migrant workers.
Tenemos clientes de varias nacionalidades, hondureños, salvadoreños, guatemaltecos, dominicanos, de todo. A todo el mundo le gustan las pupusas.
They're made from 2 fried layers of cornmeal with fillings inside, a specialty from his native El Salvador. It's a country he left when he was 17, crossing the border without papers in 1996.
Era muy duro. Había que caminar días enteros por los montes, debajo de la lluvia. Era muy duro.
He worked restaurant jobs in Maryland and Virginia, similar to what he does now. He got help from an employer to become naturalized, and 8 years ago, he opened his own restaurant.
Por la búsqueda de un sueño americano, vine acá, empecé a trabajar duro, trabajé en restaurantes, entonces siempre mi sueño era abrir mi propio negocio.
The business is set up by and large to cater to a growing Latin American population on the south side. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, more than 7% of the population of Richmond was born in another country.
So pretty much our core customer base is a lot of Latin people, a lot of workers, a lot of construction workers, outdoor people who work grass, all that. So it's a lot of Latin people.
That is Gallo's son, who manages the restaurant. It's due to this increasing Latin American population that the offerings here are pretty close to what you'd see in a restaurant back home in El Salvador. The 22-year-old Edwin Gallo is proud of his father.
Someone who comes here not knowing anything about the country, just starting fresh from zero and having to work hard to achieve something they want in their life.
The restaurant still has its first employee, Yolando Vélez Pérez.
Me gusta mucho el servicio al cliente. Me gusta mi trabajo. Siempre he trabajado de mesera.
Almost a decade ago, her native Guatemala was a dangerous place for Vélez Pérez.
Mi situación era familiar. Mi esposo me pegaba, maltrataba y todo eso. Por eso tomé la decisión de dejarlo y venirme a este país para estar segura.
Vélez Pérez and her son were granted asylum by the U.S. government 8 years ago, allowing them to stay here.
Tengo mi casa, mi carro y muchas cosas que no tenía.
For the Gallo family, Edwin says he's grateful that his father took the risk.
I feel very appreciative of them making that decision to come here and wanting to have a better life.
Now he wants to ensure he rewards that risk.
I work around 10, 11, 12 hours a day. Just because I've seen how much my dad works, and I want to continue essentially like building a legacy here.
It's a small business on busy Midlothian Turnpike. If you blink, you might miss it. But it's full of stories of people from all over the Americas who came to Virginia in search of the American dream. For VPM News, I'm Billy Shields.
Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to VPM's YouTube channel. And head to vpm.org for more in-depth coverage.